Welcome back. Thanksgiving is upon us, and families are getting ready to get together for the feasting fun, reflections of gratitude. And with all this activity going on, how is a student supposed to stay focused? Well, Michelle Stigallon has the answer to that question. She's the CEO and founder of Successful Study Skills for Students. Just to make sure that your kid stays on track during Thanksgiving break. Now, we're not talking about a ton of days off from school, but it's still enough to get distracted, right?
It's still enough to get distracted and get out of sync and out of rhythm. And the first term just finished with all the grades, so now students know where their challenges might be, and you don't really want to break that momentum going forward.
So what can you do to try and keep your student focused and then also not really be a drag either, because you still want to enjoy the holidays?
Totally want to enjoy the holidays. So it's a little bit of a mix and match. The first thing is that you want to make a plan. You want to determine what you need to study over the break, and you want to chunk it out and put it in your planner. The more challenging classes that you may have, maybe it's math, maybe it's science or English, you want to make sure that you schedule a little bit more so you have more time to work on it.
That makes sense. How do you have that conversation with your kids on keeping with the plan, making sure they stay focused with the plan?
Well, I think it's a conversation of asking your child what their goals are, and helping realize them and making sure that they understand what can be accomplished once they do receive their, get to their goals. So setting deadlines are very helpful, not the parent to the student, but the student should set their own deadlines. By the end of this vacation break, I'd like to have that outline for that English paper due, or have that chapter of that book written, whatever.
You talk about making sure things will get done, like 30 minutes, like putting certain timelines on things, 30 minutes for algebra, making sure that they stick with just short amount of time on certain subjects.
Right. Well, unless you're in love with a particular subject and you'd like to spend more time on it, sometimes it's helpful to chunk out a bigger assignment and plan a certain amount of time, like 30 minutes on algebra or maybe an hour writing a paper. But to say that you're going to be spending 2 full hours back-to-back studying one subject after the other can be a little bit challenging for most kids.
And it sounds like a reward can also help?
So a student should have a reward in their mind once they finish X amount of work or they finish an assignment. Maybe they can go watch something on Netflix or have a baking project, especially if they're away at school and they're back home where they excuse me, may not have access to a kitchen. Do something fun. Go outside, take a walk, pet the dog.
I take it don't wait until Sunday, too, until the end of the break to start all of this.
Well, it's never a good idea to wait until Sunday during the school year or any other time. I mean, the best way to get work done is to chunk it and pace it and schedule it and do it over time. And then it goes by a lot faster, and you'll remember it a lot longer as well.
Great. Well, Michelle, thank you so much. You have more details about all of these tips on our website, too. So you can head to WTNH.com, just click on the On Air tab and pull it down to the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section.